Your purpose is love, there is no other, that is what you are. December 6, 2014. As so many of you have issues of personal unworthiness and unacceptability, I would like to address that on this channel, and I have been talking about it, because it has been an issue for him as well. God, our divine source, yes, Father, Mother, God if you prefer, is pure and infinite love. Boundless love. There are no limits to God or to His love for all sentient life, which He created within that love for eternal joy. Your separated state would have you believe otherwise because it is a proud egoic construct, and if you allow it to dissolve, as you are now doing most successfully, the ego will also be gone. The ego is your separated self, an infinitesimal part of the real and eternal you, the you that you align with in moments of deep meditation or momentary ecstasy when you disconnect from or forget your ego. You cannot forget the real you because it is the only you, but you can hide within your ego and pretend that the real you does not exist. And that is the cause of all human conflict, confusion, and suffering. Your ego needs to be right, and it does all in its power, which is tiny, to appear to be right whatever the cost. But it knows that it is not, and that terrifies it. Being wrong is unacceptable, and so it fools itself and attempts to fool others by lying and cheating to present a mask of honesty and integrity which is easily recognized by other egos as utterly false. Fear underlies all its thoughts, words, and actions. When you feel fearful, you are engaging with your ego. Love does not and cannot experience fear, not even fear for another's well-being, because love knows that all is eternally well. Within the illusion, the ego does have a purpose, and it believes that its purpose is the right purpose, the only purpose, and it pursues that purpose with all its energy, being right, frequently leaving you tired and dispirited as a result. Your purpose is love, there is no other, that is what you are, a loving purpose or intent that embraces and extends love always and constantly, but your ego would hide that purpose from you, the little you that identifies itself with your human body, as it tries to dominate and be right by any method that seems to work for it, bluster, bluff, shaming, bullying, and force of arms. Humanity is becoming rapidly and increasingly aware of the falseness and duplicity of the ego's intent. Hence the collective dissatisfaction with all large organizations which at the root are always ego-driven, whether religious, political, military, or commercial, and so are the protest movements against these large ego-driven groups. Small is beautiful. When organizations of any kind expand beyond their original creative and loving purpose, power struggles ensue. Who is the best to lead us forward? Me, me, me. And this ongoing self-aggrandizement, that so many appear to embrace, is due to their underlying sense of inadequacy, unworthiness, or unacceptability. These ego aspects of yourselves are constantly attempting to make themselves feel safe and secure in the utterly unsafe environment that the illusion provides. Your egos are an aspect of the illusion that you developed more and more fully over the eons to cope with the intense sense of terror that separation from your divine source evoked. But you are not separated from your source, and you never have been because that is an impossible and unreal state. You were created in love by our loving Creator, and you are eternally and uninterruptedly being loved by Him in every moment, because that is the life force that flows within you and through you in every moment of your eternal existence. The tsunami of love that has swept across the planet, and which continues to do so, is being experienced by more and more of you daily, and is an indication of that infinite divine embrace in which you are all held in every moment. Unacceptability, unworthiness, inadequacy, worthlessness, are all unreal states for any sentient being, any conscious being, because all were created eternally perfect, and no improvement on that state is possible. When you experience any of those sensations, you are coming from your ego which, as we have often told you, is unreal, but it desperately wants you to believe in it, and it uses fear to manipulate you into so doing. When it succeeds, your human mind, your egoic mind, goes into overdrive in its attempts to protect you from all the terrifying things that constantly appear to threaten your safety. The real you, the you that is mostly hidden from you by your egoic fears and distractions, is amazingly powerful. It is the one you that in an insane moment built the illusion, and which the egos of your many separated selves, the human collective, now maintain by keeping you in fear. Over the eons, various wise ones among you discovered this and released themselves from its bondage, and attempted to show you how to do the same. Their wisdom is often referred to as the perennial philosophy because these sapient ones, coming from every religious faith and none, use it to point all aspirants in the same direction, and even though the paths they offer appear to differ significantly, the destination remains constant and the same, namely an individual discovery leading to a deep inner knowing that all are one and that all are eternally loved. Enormous peace then replaces all fear and anxiety. To awaken into your natural and fully conscious state is to know without the slightest shadow of a doubt that you are one. It is not a belief, it is a knowing, and the path that each one of you is following is leading you inevitably towards your inescapable destiny, full and constant awareness of your oneness with your divine source, and therefore with one another. You have free will, you always have free will, because it is a God-given gift to you at the moment of your creation, eternal, everlasting, and never withdrawn. Love gives and receives, it never takes or removes. To do so would be in opposition to love, but of course there is nothing that is in opposition to love. You can therefore choose freely to awaken into reality now, or later. All you need do is nothing. Doing is a distraction from being, and being is love. Being, in your quiet inner sanctuary, in prayer, which is thanks and acceptance of God's eternal love for you, or in meditation, just stillness as you open to receive the love that is offered to you in every moment, is your path to awakening and once again knowing yourself one with Source. The joy of that knowing is beyond description in words, beyond imagining, it can only be experienced. You will experience the joy, just allow, and let your allowing be now. Your loving brother, Jesus. Channeled by John Smallman. johnsmallman2.wordpress.com